What is up, everyone? Heaven Zagretzky back again with some more stuff, kind of a part two to the last video I did. This is kind of really just one tiny little couple things I got from the flea market, and then a bunch of other shit. One was a pretty cool little bundle I got. Some of it I don't have anymore. But first up, a few things. I think this is all flea market shit. I don't know. Not actually. Whatever. I'm rambling. For $4, I got a copy of Nier from the flea market. This is actually a double, but I picked it up in case anybody needed it. I'm still working my way through that game. Seems very cool so far. The new one that they're coming out with, I'm actually really excited for, even though I didn't finish the first one, because their Platinum is helping develop that game, and I fucking love Platinum, and basically they bring Platinum on to really beef up the action and combat in the Nier series, which is something I could say I wish was definitely a little better in Nier. Not saying it's terrible, but Platinum definitely knows how to do action style combat really well, so I think that'll help the next game a lot. So I'm really looking forward to that. Probably one of the bigger things I'm looking forward to from E3. But anyways, this isn't an E3 video. This is my fucking pickups video. Also at the flea market for $5, I picked up Buffy the Vampire Slayer Chaos Bleeds. This copy is complete and in really nice shape. I almost actually didn't pick this up because I've seen this on Xbox and PS2, and you know, it doesn't look like it's that amazing. And $5 for a GameCube game is still a little too steep to me. But it still intrigued me, so I looked it up when I walked away, and this is actually goes for, you know, I don't usually say what things go for after, you know, I say what I paid for them, but I mean, this is said it was going for like $30-35, and if I can get that pricey of a GameCube game for $5, I'm gonna pick it up. So happy to add that to the collection. I watched some gameplay video. It looks, you know, whatever. But who knows? It might be good. So yeah, I almost fucked up on that one, but I went back and, you know, he had it because it was only a span of like fucking 20 seconds between when I left and looked on my phone. So happy to get that. Also, when I bought Buffy, no, this was a different week. Different week from the same guy. This guy always has video games. Which sucks is there's a few other guys at the flea market who are also looking for shit, and they know this guy has games. He usually gets new ones every week. But I did get this, even though at the same time a guy was buying a bunch of Mario DS games for $5 a piece. But he didn't grab this, and that is a copy of Star Wars Battlefront sealed still. So yeah, I'm gonna throw this up on eBay and hopefully get a decent little bit for it. But very cool to find that. $5 is a good deal. So at the flea market, I was just kind of looking around, and I saw this big plastic tote on the ground at one guy's, you know, table thing. And there was a fucking Sega CD and the Model 2 Genesis hooked up to it right on top. And I just fucking book it over there, start digging through it, and lots of cool stuff in there. A lot of, unfortunately, burned games of really good games. But as I'm looking through it, the guy's like, I'll give you the whole bin for $20. And everything was pretty beat up. I didn't know if the cords were there. Obviously, I didn't know if it worked. But I was just like, yeah, that's fine, $20. I know to some people that seems like a no-brainer, but for me, I'm very hesitant if it's like very dirty and, you know, I don't know if it works. I don't want to just waste $20. I don't even know if all the cords were there. So I kind of was like, maybe maybe this was a shitty buy, but it ended up being a good buy. Stuff, I don't have everything anymore because I gave some stuff to my buddy. There was the Sega CD, the Model 2 version, Model 2 Genesis hooked up to it. There was a 32X. There was a Sega Saturn that didn't have the screws to keep it like together. So the top would just come off, and that actually didn't work. I don't know if it needs to be cleaned or what. I'm pretty sure it was modded because there was some burned Sega Saturn games in this bundle thing. But the 32X and Sega CD and Model 2 Genesis worked perfectly. And it had all the cables, like all the important cables to hook it up. The only thing it was missing was just the cable going from the 32X to the TV, but that's just like a normal Model 2 Genesis cable. It had the cable going from the 32X to the Genesis and all the power cables, which was cool. But anyways, there was those. There was also Dreamcast, which I traded in, and also I think that's all the systems I don't have anymore. But there was also this black GameCube, and I'm a hoarder of GameCubes, so I kept this. And this is my second black one. So if anybody needs a GameCube, I have like fucking 10 of them now, and I have a lot of hookups, so let me know. I know most people have them, but I just love them. I keep buying them. Also had a black controller, which is in super nice shape, very clean. All the cables. And then here are the games that were actual games that weren't burnt games with all this stuff. There was a Dreamcast magazine disc. This, which I've been wanting to get for a while. Not an expensive game, but very happy to get it. Soul Feast for the Sega CD. Cool little shooter. A copy of Double Switch for the Saturn. Not in the original case, but copy of Space Channel 5. Happy to get that. Phantasy Star Online. And then also a copy of Fahrenheit, the Sega CD 32X version. So happy to get those in there. And then there was actually also a couple cool things. A Sega Saturn 3D controller. This is my second one, so you know, I'm happy to find this. Obviously, it's a very cool little controller. And then this was pretty awesome. It had the maracas for Samba de Amigo. So yeah, that was very cool. I didn't know a lot of the stuff that was in here, but very happy to get that. And then there's also some Genesis controllers, a Dreamcast VGA adapter, which I don't have. A TV I used that has a VGA input, but you never know. I might find a TV or use a monitor eventually or something. And then this was pretty cool, which I can use a Dreamcast breakaway cable, like an extension cable. So happy to get that. And then I was hoping this would be in there, because he had a bunch of burned CDs of this, like, you know, bootlegs of TurboGrafx 16 CD games. This is all TurboGrafx CD and PC Engine CD burnt games. There was no TurboGrafx or PC Engine or anything in this bundle of stuff, which Made me a little sad seeing all these burned games, and not a turbo graphics, but what are you gonna do? Sorry. Oh, and there's another, I think this is a 256 block GameCube memory card. I have a lot of those, so always can use them though. And then there's also a big stack of burnt Sega CD games. And I didn't know this, but the Sega CD can just read burned games, so I'm actually kind of pumped to get all these because it's a lot of really good games, and you know, I don't mind playing the bootlegs. I want to play the game, and I'm too lazy to do it myself because I don't know how true it is, but it says you should burn it at a really slow speed, and a lot of burners now don't burn that slow, just so your Sega CD has an easier time reading the disc. So whatever, I got these in this bundle. So these alone were actually kind of very cool and maybe worth it. I don't know. I really wish some of these were the real game, but that would be a dream come true. So anyways, I got a Sonic CD, which I have. Sewer Shark, which I have. I don't know if you guys care to see these, but I'm just happy to play some of these. Lunar Silver Stars story, which I was going to say the PlayStation, whatever, what it's called. Lunar Eternal Blue. Bram Stoker's Dracula. Amazing Spider-Man. Too bad this isn't real. Kyo Flying Squadron. I'm happy to be able to play it. Star Wars Rebel Assault. Eternal Champions. Popful Mail. Adventures of Batman and Robin. Android Assault. Shining Force CD. Rise of the Dragon. And this was like the first burn CD I saw in the bin when I was digging through, and I was just like, please have this be a real disc, but it's not, and that's Snatcher. So nonetheless, really cool to get those. As long as I can play them, I don't mind. And then next up, so that's everything I got in that bundle. It was still pretty cool. Yeah, just something you don't see every day. And then next is just a couple random things I got at garage sales. For $1 a piece, I got Sims 2, Hot Wheels World Race, Monster 4x4, and Pac-Man World Rally. Some filler stuff for the GameCube collection. These I got for $5. I think I got one more game too, but I think I gave that to my buddy. So basically $1 a piece. I got Beavis and Butthead, Jungle Strike, which is a double. Is it Mag Max and Cubert, and those four or three I didn't have. Then I also got this for $3. Alex Kidd and the Enchanted Castle with all the silver Sharpie all over it. So yeah, definitely some more good stuff. Just grabbing whatever I can find. So anyways, that's the end of this video. That's a little cool flea market bundle I found, which is pretty awesome. And as always, take it easy. See you later.